Libra. You have any children?
I do. I have 3 children, 3 fathers. I have a 1-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 14-year-old.
Why you not with the 1-year-old dad?
Um, because it was like a COVID thing, and we just were messing around, and I ended up getting pregnant, and we just good co-parents. So
Y'all co-parent well. Okay.
mhm.
Um,
No baby daddy drama whatsoever. Like me and my 3 baby daddies, we all co-parent. They all are in their kids' lives, and I'm the cool baby mama. So
do they have more baby mamas?
yeah.
How many do they have each?
Um, my first one, he has 4 baby mamas. I
Including
was
you.
not right. I was number 2. He had 2 after me, and I was married. The second one,
Wait, you was married to him?
yeah, I was married to him.
He cheated on you and got 2 women pregnant?
No, he was in the military. It was a lot of, you know, I don't want to speak on his choices.
Okay. Okay. Well, he has four. What about the
Right.
other 2 men?
My second child's father, he has 2 other baby mamas. After me, I was the first one.
So that's three. And what about the last child's father?
And the last child father, I'm the only baby mama that he has.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got some Kendra G, man. But before we get into this, man, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe.
Hello.
Oh my God. Hello.
Hi. What's your name, boo?
I'm Katrina.
Katrina, where you calling me from?
I'm from Arkansas.
Arkansas. How old are you?
I'm 35.
35. What you do for a living?
I am a travel counselor. So
You know, I'm going to go ahead and jump into it, man. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I always say perception is key. I always say perception is key. And when you got your hair, man, you got blind weave in your head, man. I'm telling you right now, that's already gonna knock your value down off rip. If men are coming on here to come look at you and come vet you out and come scope you out, that hair is already gonna be a no-no because people gonna look at that. A lot of you men gonna look at that. She more than likely probably a little ghetto. She probably gonna have a little attitude with her, and that's not always the case. However, anytime a sister is wearing some blonde weave, blonde wig, blonde whatever, a lot of you men gonna look at that and they're gonna automatically put you in a group of ratchetness. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. Same way they do with people with men with dreads, with men who sag their pants. They automatically put them in a certain group. They automatically put them in a certain category, and you can't get upset with that because that's just how life is. And once again, a lot of people who sit up here and say, "Oh well, you know what? You can't be judgmental. You don't know nothing about them." Da da da. That's fine. You can say that. You can say that, but try to go to an interview dressed like me, dressed like you just got out of a trash can, and say, "Well, you know what? Hey, I mean, you just can't judge me on how I look. Maybe I could have graduated from, Harvard and Howard University or whatever." They don't care about that. It's all about presentation. And once again, the crazy thing is, a lot of your black women like to talk about white women who put braids in their hair, being culture vultures and all this stuff. I mean, look, right? When I went to, I believe when we went up to Nassau, they had some folk that would braid your hair. It's like $20 per braid. Like I don't know who in the world would pay that much money for some braids, but you get a white woman to go up there, they braid her hair. You got one of the black girls getting upset with it. Like, man, what the fuck? Like, why she got her damn hair braided? Like, oh, you're trying to be black and da da da. And it's like, first of all, look, she's out here just trying to have fun. Like, there's nothing wrong with just getting her little hair braided. I mean, you're on a cruise, people. You're on a cruise, and you literally had a sister get upset and get on that. And it's like, but yet y'all will sit up here and wear blonde hair. Y'all sit up here and wear blonde hair. Y'all get upset when a white girl or a white woman wear some braids or something, but then you turn around and go ahead and go throw some blonde hair in your head. Knowing damn well black folk don't have blonde hair, right? And for the people that sit up here and say, man, there's black folk who do have blonde hair. Where in America? Is it a norm in America? No, probably less than like 0.0000000.3% of people in America, black people in America, have blonde hair. You don't ever see that, right? So once again, presentation is key. That's all I'm saying.
supervisor.
Uh, Travel counselor. The Wi-Fi is making me nervous. Um, All right. So Katrina, Arkansas 35, travel counselor. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
I'm a Libra.
Libra. You have any children?
I do. I have 3 children, 3 fathers. I have a 1-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 14-year-old.
Why you not with the 1-year-old dad?
Because it was like a COVID thing, and we just were messing around, and I ended up getting pregnant, and we just good co-parents. So
Got co-parent well. Okay.
no baby daddy drama whatsoever. Like me and my 3 baby daddies, we all co-parent. They all are in their kids' lives, and I'm the cool baby mama, so.
From the past Kendra G videos that we had, we will see some of their baby mothers or some of the baby mothers saying that they don't have a good relationship with the baby father, right? She's over here trying to kind of smooth it over that, hey, you got 3 kids by 3 different men. Well, hey, I understand I got that, but understand that, they're all in their kids' lives. It's no baby daddy drama. We're all co-parenting. And that's fine. That's great. That's good that they can all co-parent. She's keeping the kids, keeping the father in the kid's life. 100%. That's 100% great. That's 100% great because we cannot have kids out here. We cannot have kids out here, bro, that don't see their fathers. We cannot have kids out here, man, that we can't have women out here holding kids away from their fathers. However, if you're thinking, because you're able to do that, that's going to put you up in the dating market. I'm sorry, bro. 3 kids by 3 different men. Once again, it's going to say a lot about your past, and a lot of people don't like you talking about the past. But once again, right, you can't go up to an interview and tell people, hey, don't look at my background, don't do my background check. You need to only worry about, man, what I got going on right now. No job interview, no job is going to look at you and say, okay, well, that'd be a good candidate, even though he got 2 felons or whatever, right? It doesn't make no sense. So that's.
Do they have more baby mamas?
Yeah.
How many do they have each?
My first one, he has 4 baby mamas.
Including you.
Right. I was number 2. He had 2 after me, and I was married. The second one.
Wait, you was married to him?
Yeah, I was married to him.
He cheated on you and got 2 women pregnant?
No, he was in the military. It was a lot of, I don't want to speak on his story.
Okay. Well, he has 2. He has 4. What about the other 2 men?
My second child's father, he has 2 other baby mamas. After me, I was the first one.
So that's 3. And what about the last child's father?
And the last child's father, I'm the only baby mama that he has.
So you got a lot of women and a lot of men. Y'all like a whole 10 people.
I mean, they do their thing, I do my thing. So it's not, we don't
And once again, right, this is what sexual promiscuity gets you, right? This is where we try to tell women, stop trying to have sex with anybody. Just don't sit down and try to have sex with anybody. And like I said, I understand some women, man, got an itch they want scratching, and that is fine. I just say, this is just my advice. If you're going to do that, at least get a man. At least get a man. I say stay on one dick, if you ask me. But some women, they want to go out here and, sleep around. If you're trying to take one guy serious, it only needs to be him. But, for women, man, who claim that they don't want no relationship and that claim that, they're single by choice, fine. You have feelings, you have emotions, you got stuff, you got an itch, that needs scratching, right? If you want to go out here and go mess around, I say get 2 guys or whatever. Get 2 guys. You know what I'm saying? If you got an itch to scratch, or just get one, just to be on the safe side. Be on the safe side, get one, and call it a day. But, and let's just say, you do slip up. Hopefully you pick the right guy. Hopefully you pick the right guy that sits here and say, okay, you know what, hey, at least I can be in this child's life, because you know what, I understand what I did, and I'm not gonna let this woman be a single mother. But a lot of you women don't pick those men. A lot of your women don't pick those men, right? A lot of your women do not pick those men. Now, like I said, she's able to find a guy. She's able to find a bunch of men that's willing to take care of the kids, but not willing to be in her life. Makes no sense, right? And it makes no sense. And this is where sexual promiscuity gets women. Sitting over here just sleeping around and having kids plopping out all over, and then they're leaving. And then once they hit their 30s, they claim to know their worth, and they out here trying to force men to accept that behavior. They're trying to force men to accept their past. I shouldn't have to accept your past, right? And they'll try to hit you with well, it's time to grow up. It's time to grow up. Why are you asking me my body count? Well, you know what? Hey, I can be a good mother. They come up with all these excuses. I said it in the last video. These women will come up with all of these excuses after getting ran through, after having all these kids, and then hitting the wall at 30-something years of age. Then they want to say, well, hey, I know my worth. I'm not going to allow anybody to come up in my body, even though once again, you got a bunch of kids. You got a bunch of kids. And I'm not going to let anybody up in my damn body. But it's like, okay, why didn't you say that beforehand, right? Why didn't you say that beforehand? I'm paying for something, man, that somebody else got for free. She wants a man, and it's like a man taking care of 3 kids. And like I said, for people like I said, man, you have men out here, man, who would be willing to play stepfather, but it's like you will not be the true father that you would want to be in a household. At least 1 or 2 of her baby fathers will not allow the stepfather to discipline their child. I'm telling you, that does not make you a man in that household. If I can't even discipline my children or whoever's in my house, that's crazy. All right, so look, and a lot of women like to sit up here and say, well, you know what? Hey, she doesn't carry a lot of baggage, even though she got 3 kids by 3 different men. You know what I'm saying? And one of them is 1 year. One of them is a 1-year-old. One of them is a 1-year-old. That means that man don't have to pretty much sit over and help you raise that little nigga. And then along with a 10-year-old, that's too much. That's too much. That's baggage for a man. Let's just be real.
I mean, when my second baby dad was married, you know, him and his wife did do things together for the kids. But
he got married. Wait, I'm confused. He was married to you, or he was married to somebody else?
I was married to my first child's father. My second child's father was married to someone else after me and him broke up 5 years ago. So
okay. All right, let's keep going. So it's Katrina, Arkansas, 35, is a Libra, a travel counselor.
Supervisor.
Yeah. 3 children. All right, boo. What kind of man you looking for?
It's just so crazy that I'm on the show. But thank you so much, Kendra, for the time. I'm really just looking for a man that's emotionally sound. I was in an abusive relationship. That was my last relationship, which was 5 years ago. So I'm just looking for someone who knows how to communicate. I think that's the most important thing. I do go to therapy. You know, I'm constantly working on myself. So it's not just a automatic thing or an overnight thing, healing from an abusive relationship. And I like to tell people, you know, about that, because you really do have to put in the work to overcome things like that. I just want a man who loves family. I would prefer for him to have kids. I'm not having any more kids. I cannot have any more kids. Someone who is understanding, someone who is honest and caring, and a good example for my kids as well of how to love and how to be loved, and someone who is a teacher, someone who can teach me things and receives feedback as well.
Okay. This Katrina, Arkansas, 35, a Libra, travels.
And like I always say, man, these women want this type of man after having all the kids. Let's just be real. After having all the kids, after being damaged, and like I said, a lot of your women, people will tell you, a lot of your women will get upset when you sit over here and say women like this are damaged. That's damaged. You've been in an abusive relationship. You got 3 kids by 3 different men. Like, and then look, we're not about to sit on here and act like, man, look, because I always compliment the other ladies' bodies. Let's just be real. Sis right here is pushing 300 pounds. Sis is pushing 300 pounds. Sis is pushing 300 pounds. You got a blonde wig. You got some blonde weave in your head. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. And look, not to discredit her or anything, but you know, she seems very smart. She seems very smart. You know, she seems very calm. But my thing is, like, why couldn't you do this exact same thing some years ago, right? Because she don't even want kids now, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? She got 3 kids of her own. You know, and I'm pretty sure she's deep in her 30s. She's deep in her 30s. 3 kids by 3 different men. That's big. Once again, you got blonde wig. You know, she look like she can cook the hell out of some food. You know, so I don't see how. But like I said, a lot of you women like to wait until they're 34, 35 years of age to then want somebody, man, that can communicate, that can be understanding, that can be family oriented, and all of this. And it's like, why didn't you want that beforehand? Why wait till now? Why wait until you have 3 kids? And on top of that, you were in an abusive relationship. So once again, right, women that keep sitting over here saying this chick don't have baggage, you're delusional. You're lying to yourself. This is baggage yourself. This is because she comes off as very light. She's very soft. She's soft spoken. She seems very cool. She seems like she's very cool people. Let's just be real. She seems like she's very cool people. But you know, it's gonna be hard to get past that. She got 3 kids by 3 different men. She's been in an abusive relationship. You know, sadly pushing 300 pounds. Come on, and got blonde hair. Like it's
supervisor, 3 kids. You already said that you can't have kids, any more kids. So you want him to have kids.
Right. I would prefer us to have a blended family.
You told me your deal breakers, right?
No. Deal breakers would be someone who is closed-minded, someone who is not honest, someone who is homophobic. My best friend is gay, and I plan on like going on trips with my best friend and my man, you know. So someone who is abusive, of course, someone who doesn't know how to communicate. My grandfather always told me a man has 2 things. That's his word and his name. So if you are not a man of your word, I can't trust your name.
Okay, fair enough. Does he have to be in Arkansas?
I'm open. I'm open. I'm looking to relocate next year. And I do have the ability to relocate. I take care of my kids and whatnot. I would like to be within like 5 or 6 hours within Arkansas since all of my kids' fathers are here.
Okay. Does the man have to look a certain way?
I would like him to be, and I know you're gonna laugh at this, Kendra, but medium ugly and up.
Tell me why.
I mean, I don't prefer anyone to be too handsome. You know, if we take a picture together, I want my smile to come through. I don't want them to be looking at him. I want them to be looking at me. So someone who is just like, I'm just not a high maintenance person. So it takes me like, you know, tell me we're going somewhere 45 minutes, I could be ready to go. Like shower, makeup, whatever I'm gonna do, I could be done. So just someone who is on my level with it. And, you know, I'm not asking for someone to be so much better than me or more set up than me. I just want someone to meet me where I am. I meet them where they is, and we make it work from there.
Okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
I would prefer him in the 40,000 or up. I mean, I do make that amount, so match me.
Okay. Match you. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
All right.
See, that's reasonable, right? Because your average man makes about $40,000, $50,000. That's reasonable, right? You come together, you're gonna be making about a good $70,000, $80,000, right? You're gonna be making about a good $70,000, $80,000, man. You can live comfortably, depending on where you're living. You can live comfortably, right? So my biggest question is, where was this woman at when you were in your early 20s, right? A lot of your women sit over here and say, well, don't worry about that. Don't worry about my past, blah, blah, worry about me now. And it's like, well, you're baggage now. You're damaged now. It's kind of hard for me to even want to accept you, right? But my biggest question is, where was this lady at years ago before you had the damn kids, right? And once again, this is what we stress all the time, right? Because you're gonna have little girls, you're gonna have young girls that's going to grow up and be like this, because you have women like this raising little women. You have women like this raising little girls. You have women like Amber Rose raising little girls. They'll grow up just to be a bunch of single mothers growing up. And it's like, can we try to curve the behavior and curve the narrative, please?
Right. I'm a fluffy girl, as you can see.
Okay. All right, boo. So this is Katrina, Arkansas, 35, a Libra. She wants you to be medium ugly. She's a travel supervisor. What's the age range you would date?
Age range, I really like a little younger than me. So I would say 30 to 40.
So you like younger guys?
I do. That's like my weakness, Kendra. Like that's how I got in this last situation. You know, he was younger than me. So, just someone who, has that understanding. They went through their phases and just ready to have a family. I work from home, so I'm always home. But me and my kids have a great relationship. We're interested in the same things like anime, Marvel, DC, things like that. So I have really intelligent and creative kids. So
okay. So when was your last relationship?
my last relationship was 5 years ago.
Okay, you don't have to answer, but when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I say it's been within the last 30 days.
Okay, is that guy an option?
I would like him to be an option, but he's not ready for a relationship, so I just don't force the issue.
Got you. Okay. Well, why do you still sleep with him? Do you want a relationship?
I mean, it's just...
She still sleep on him, man, because number one, she don't have that many options. Let's just be real. Number one, she don't have that many options. And number two, bro, she has an itch that she needs scratching. And this would be one of the examples. I mean, if, hey, she kind of iffy about this dude, but it's like, you know what, hey, man, look, she kind of already know what it is. Hopefully she runs into somebody that she truly likes. She got to cut bro off. Ain't no more of that, man. I got somebody I'm taking serious. But right now, she don't have nobody. She don't really have no options. He's the only one. He's scratching the itch. Like I said, that to me, that's okay. Do your thing. But it becomes an issue once you start jumping from dick to dick to dick to dick to dick. And then it's like, God damn, sis, you don't have no morals. But you got one person, you're hoping that person act right, which he ain't gonna happen. But
I don't know. I guess it's convenience. Like, he's there right now, and we've spoken about relationship. We have a really cool relationship. Like, we're friends, and he just comes to see me every once in a while. And I mean, it's nothing major, but he's just not ready for that. So
okay. All right. Why do you think you're single, honey?
I think I'm single because I really need to take the time for myself. And now that I've done that, I feel like I'm just open. I just, took a vow in 2021 and 2022 to get out there because my husband is out there doing the things that I love. So I got to get out there doing the things that I love. Like, I just started traveling. I work for a travel, company. So I started traveling, and, finding a babysitter is not an issue. I know a lot of people think that, but it's really not,
And you've been married before, right?
Yes, I was married before.
What would you say to the guy that might be cautious because you have 3 children by 3 different men?
To each his own. I mean, I don't feel like I have to prove anything to anyone because I'm not the type of person that's out here begging for help for my kids. I take care of my kids really well. They have everything that they could ever want.
And that's what a lot of your women tell you. That's what a lot of women come on this damn show and they forget about the damn kids. They talk about themselves, what they can offer, but it's like, man, people, once again, right? It's understandable. But once again, you can't sit over here and just forget your kids and act like your kids are not going to be the biggest reason why you don't get what you really want. Your kids are, for a lot of times, your kids are going to be the biggest reasons. If you have one kid, that's a different story. But if you having 2, if you having 3 by multiple men, people are going to look at you side-eyed, bro. A lot of your men are going to look at you side-eyed. And she's sitting over here saying, well, I take care of my kids. I do this. Look, you have a 1-year-old. You have a 1-year-old. That man has to step up to the plate. He's going to have to take care of that kid. That is a fact. And she's trying to ignore that, but that is a fact. He's going to have to step up. And then on top of that, you have a 10-year-old, right? You have a 10-year-old. He's going to have to raise that little nigga too, along with that 14-year-old. The 14-year-old might be okay, but the dang 10-year-old and the 1-year-old, right? You ain't going to have to worry too much about the 10-year-old, but the 1-year-old, you're going to have to raise that as if it's your own child. That is a fact. That is a fact. And given that that she's co-parenting with the other father, you might not be able to be the true man that you want to be. As I said earlier in the video, you will not be the true man you want to be if you are a stepfather in the house. You ain't going to be the true man that you want to be. Because number one, you got the mother. You have to get permission from the mother. I shouldn't have to get permission from anybody to whoop a kid up in my house, right? That's number one. Number two, the father. You might not. No telling how that father might act. She might sit on here and say they co-parent and all that, but no telling, right? No telling. Women, they got a bunch of kids. Y'all gotta stop trying to overlook that. Y'all gotta stop trying to overlook that. That is a bad. Your kid is going to be a big issue. Period. Your kid is going to be a big issue. So let's not overlook that. Stop sitting over here saying, "Well, my kids are taken care of." Especially when you got a 1-year-old, man. Yeah, you might be able to say, okay, yeah, you know, I take care of my own kids or whatever. But there's no way a man is just going to constantly for 18 years or 17, 16, or however long these kids are going to be staying in the house for, just going to constantly be looking by these kids as if these kids don't exist. That's not going to happen. This man is going to have to interact with these kids, and you're going to be expecting that man to take care of them. There's going to come a time where that woman is going to have a conversation with that man and say, hey, why don't you ever want to just take him out? Like, go teach him to go do something. Like this and that. You're not being a man. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. So she's sitting over here trying to make it seem as if her kids aren't a big issue right now, but her kids will be an issue. And for any man that jumps in it, you will have to take care of them kids. Facts.
And we have great communication. You know, I don't disrespect anything that my kids' fathers have going on, and they don't, you know, have any say on what I have going on, because they already know, like, I'm not having it. So
got you. So why would a guy be lucky to be with you, Katrina?
I am a very, very emotional person, but being that I put other people's emotions into consideration at all times. Like, I want to lift my man up. I want to encourage him. I know how to create a peaceful environment and a peaceful home. I love with all of my heart. My kids love with all of their hearts. So if you're not ready for an instant family, because that's what I say, I have an instant family. If you're not ready for that, please do not hit me up, because I don't have time for that, because I know I'm bringing a lot of baggage. So just be ready.
Just be ready. All right, let's do it. This is Katrina, Arkansas, 35. So
and I know some men gonna be looking at that like, man, hold on, bro. You letting no dude beat up on it for free, but yeah, you want me to come over here and just I can't hit you up. I gotta automatically goddamn get into the family. Which I can understand it from both angles. I can understand it from her angle, because it's like, you know what, hey man, look, I'm not trying to look for another guy like him. I'm trying to look for somebody that want to take me serious, right? But I also can see it from another guy's. I'll definitely see it from a man's standpoint. Why would I sit over here and take you serious, but you're not even forcing that nigga to take you serious? You know what I'm saying? So once a guy even trying to take you serious, or even like put interest in you, I would say cut the other guy off that you're messing with. That's a fact. But like I said, man, to sit up here, a lot of you women, man, with a lot of kids will sit up here and try to ignore the fact that they have a bunch of kids, and try to ignore the fact that their kids are a big reason why they probably can't get the type of man that they want. And that's a fact. That is a fact. So, you know, man, hey, this was a pretty good video, man. Y'all do me a huge favor, man. Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this woman down below in the comments, because like I said, to me, how she's coming off, she's coming off as a very bright woman, a very smart woman, you know, very laid back, very soft spoken. She seems intelligent to some degree, because once again, you know, hey, just because you're intelligent, it doesn't mean a lot of people use their common sense. You're old. Let's just be real. You're old. You're an older woman. You have 3 kids by 3 different men. One of them is a year old. You know what I'm saying? The dating market is going to be hell on you, sis. And then on top of that, man, you know, you're pushing damn near 300 pounds. Let's just be real. You got to get in that gym. But you know what, hey. Man, y'all do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.